Hello, you're most welcome to this discussion on time management. Is it really possible to manage time? Well, I don't know your view about this, but at the end of this discussion, we will be able to draw a line. I remain your facilitator, Dr. Marco Achuku Ojide. Now, I need you to know that there are two schools of thought about this. Okay, one school of thought believe that time can actually be managed. All right, and another school of thought believe that time cannot be managed. So I don't know what is your view. Feel free to share your view in the comment box here, and thank you for doing that. Now, time is basically one of our most precious resource. Okay, one of our most precious resources we have. All right, this is because if you are denied time, you cannot do anything. Imagine sitting in an exam and not giving the same time with others. Definitely you won't be able to do so much. I've actually suffered that kind of situation. All right, exam started, others are writing exam, and you are ushered in late towards the end of exam, and they come and collect your scripts just almost as you are starting. So without time, we cannot do anything. Time could be defined as that irreversible unit of moment. It is that moment apportioned for anything and every event we do. All right, now let's look at the view of the first school of thought that believe that time management is possible. Is it really possible? Can we manage time the way we manage finances? Can we manage time the way we manage other resources? Well, I don't know your view, but let me share what we have here. Okay, time management is basically, it has to do with the wise use of our valuable time to enable us do what we plan on each day and to achieve our purpose in life. So basically, time management has to do with planning. No planning, no time management. And then without goal, you can't plan. So time management requires setting goals, and it requires you pursuing your goal within a specific time. So what is your goal as a person? I do not know. But it's important you set your life goal. Of course, none of us can manage time by dragging back the hand of the clock. So time management is not all about dragging hands the time of clock. You can't do it. Okay, so it has to do with pursuing your set goal within the scheduled period. And so there are factors that are responsible for poor time management. There are many of them. We'll just look at few of them here. And the first one we want to consider is the issue of indiscipline. Indiscipline basically is that failure to obey rules or order. It could be rules set by you. You have made a schedule and you are not able to keep it. It is indiscipline on your side. All right? Is that lack of control in behavior of a person or a group of persons. All right? It's definitely the opposite of discipline. So without discipline, it becomes difficult to manage time. Now, the second one is lack of planning. Of course, Brain Tracer said that lack of planning is the cause of most failure in most of the things we do in life. So I don't know whether you are living according to any plan or you are just floating. Well, we shall be remembered by what we have done, says a songwriter. What do you want to be remembered for? Plan towards it and pursue it. That becomes your purpose in life. And it helps you to make a schedule you can pursue. The next thing, another key factor, is laziness. It's basically that quality of being unwilling to work or use your energy or put efforts towards achieving a goal. Of course, if you don't have a goal, it becomes difficult to pursue anything. So laziness could become your second name. All right, so it is idleness. And I bet you this has levels, it has degrees. Okay, so I don't know what your level of laziness is, if actually you are. I want to believe you are not lazy. The other issue is the issue of procrastination. It's an action of delaying or postponing something you must do. All right, something that needs to be done, you delay it or you postpone it, often because it's unpleasant or boring. But this is necessary for you to achieve your goal. This also has its own degree, levels of procrastination. So if it becomes a key issue in your life, time management becomes a challenge. The other one is ignorance, lack of knowledge or information. Well, that is why it is generally said that knowledge is power. Somebody can be struggling to do one thing because he has no knowledge on how to do it. And the person who has the knowledge or skill comes up, just a touch, that thing works. All right. The other one is oversleeping. We know what it is. Sleeping is good for our health, but when it's in excess, it could become a major problem in life, especially in time management. The other one is poor personal values. You see, we all need to graduate from the levels where we are controlled by the rules or the fears of consequences to a level where you are doing the right thing because you know it is right. That is personal value. So when you are not operating at that level, then you have poor personal value. It has to do with honesty, trust. It has to do with accountability. All right. Now, the other one is negligence, failure to take proper care over something. In the law, they will call it breach of duty of care, which results in damage, and you can be punished for it in the court of law. All right. Now, the other causes of factors that contribute to poor time management includes accommodating irrelevant activities. Of course, when you don't have focus, so many things can come and distract you. And that includes distraction from social media or peer pressure. It could be lack of self-confidence or skill in the tasks you need to do. So if you lack that skill, you can build up that skill. The other point is the effects of poor time management. All right? There are terrible cases, of okay, there was this case of a young man, a tailor, who disappointed somebody on his wedding day. He was to make a suit for him. He kept shifting the dates until the wedding day came. The tailor had to lock up his shop because he didn't meet up that arrangement, ran away. Of course, it was a very bad case. Days after the wedding, he was arrested by the police and he paid dearly for it. All right? I even had a case myself. Someone was to make a cloth for me, and he kept shifting the dates until the very day I was to travel with that cloth. I felt so bad. So when you don't manage time properly, there is this failure that comes in what you are doing. You lose integrity, then you miss deadlines, and you get into avoidable rush, which can affect the quality of what you are doing. And then you have this poor working relationship with your colleagues and your boss. Then you also lose opportunities, because when you have failed somebody in a particular case, the person may not bring another opportunity your way, and then you see this poor performance happening. Now, what are the ways out of poor time management? It's important you set your goal, design, whether it's formal or informal, a schedule of activities towards achieving that goal. Attach time to each of these activities, and that becomes the schedule. So you follow this schedule time, you exercise self-discipline, you set priority, you delegate where you need to delegate. You don't need to become jack of all trade, master of none. All right, you delegate where necessary. And then you set up deadline for yourself if you are not giving anyone. And when you work towards that personal deadline, it helps you to achieve what you want to achieve. All right, the tools we need for time management includes your timetable. You can design it yourself, or you have a timetable in the office you are using. Your to-do list, personal to-do list you prepare, your diary, your calendar, your alarm clock. Of course, your phone organizer or reminder can help you. Wristwatch too. These are tools that can help us in time management. Let's quickly summarize with the second school of thought that says that time management is not possible. That what is possible is self-management. And self-management is basically how you take control of your personal productivity. You decide and you pursue it. That is what the second school of thought believes. That what is possible is self-management. And then they say that because they believe that it is an error to think that time is going. Time is not going. Time is not going, and time cannot be managed. Now that's their view. This is because time is here until the world ends. That's their position. You are the one that is going. You are the one that is actually getting old. So you don't waste time, because time is infinity. time is endless. Until the world ends, time will remain. But you can waste yourself because you are not like time. You are the one that will grow old. You are the one that will pass away at last. Time does not. Time stays here. People were here before us. Now is our turn. Whatever we do within the space of time we have, you will pass on. Another generation will come. So you are the one that will move on. And that is why it's important that you make better use of yourself. Now you have the time before you expire. All right? And one of the worst things is you need to note that you are special. One of the worst things you can do with time is to compare yourself with others. You see a cow can basically eat grass and get fat by doing that. But if a lion eats grass, it will not survive by it. Okay? So you don't have to keep on the habit of comparing yourself with others. You need to realize that you are special. You need to realize that you are unique. And that is why you need to run your own race. You are on your own track. Don't run on another person's track. Plan your life and pursue your plan. That requires setting goals, making plans, working towards that plan, sticking by the plan, and achieving your goal. When you do, satisfaction in life comes. All right? So what works for another person may not work for you. And that is why you need to manage yourself very, very well. When you do manage yourself very well, time that is moving will count in your favor. And that is the view of the second school of thought. I don't know what is your own view. You may want to share it with us in the comment box here, and that will be appreciated. Thank you very much for giving audience again. I wish you the very, very best, and I pray that time will count in your favor and you will be celebrated. Thank you. Cheers.